have to. I'm not enough. I don't have to.
Dinner of champions.
I'm the only one who even got chili. I know, I think I'm gonna get some.
How does it taste?
It's good.
Is it good?
Uh-huh.
I was really worried. Because I usually just make our own chili, but I was not going to. Chili dogs and bean dogs are supposed to be easy. After a really long day of shopping, it's nice to have an easy dinner. What are you doing?
There's a hair on this thing.
There's a hair?
He's being civilized.
Oh, hair. You're gonna eat your bean
An elephant. Hey.
with a fork.
I'm
That is
eating
so
my beans
great.
with a fork.
Oh, well, he's got a knife. You don't.
Well, he didn't even need a bean.
One bean was
Wasn't
given.
eaten.
Can you get me a kidney bean? That's the
Can I get you a spoon? What do you think I am?
a
A
slave?
slave?
I made your food.
Mine.
That is not true.
Sam made it. That's pretty good chili.
Sam helped stir it. It is good? I'm so glad. Should I send her that one? Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Sam. Thank you, Mom.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think the buns are just stupid.
I think
Yeah,
mine broke.
because this is super
Yours is-
thick and
Yeah.
that's super thin.
Yeah, they like are cut funny. Okay.
He ate half that hot dog in one bite.
This mop needs to
I
be
need help. Can somebody hold this up?
unmopped
No.
very, very soon. I didn't have room in my fridge.
Okay, Missy.
So, I have my meat right here. Hey Freya. Hello, beautiful. But I'm worried the cat is going to come up here and have a treat. I got to get that done
Bears
too.
in the ground.
I like to meal prep. And so I like to buy everything we need for the month, at the beginning of the month, and then we have it throughout the month. I mean, you still have to stop at the store for fresh this or fresh that, but the bulk of our grocery shopping is done at the beginning of the month. So I usually package those big meats down into meal servings, and it's a lot of work, but it saves us so much money, and it's a really good way to go. We should show them our find at the Goodwill. You ready, Vanna White, to show us?
I don't even know who that is, but I'm assuming it's a person that goes.
She is from the Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, and so she'd
And
go
she
like
would
this.
turn the numbers, yes. And then she would turn the letters around because it was like a puzzle. Anyway, so I have had a steamer. Do you know for how many years?
Lots. I don't remember you not having a steamer.
Right, so I have a steamer that I absolutely adore. But it has died a slow death. It still kind of worked, but I found this guy at the Goodwill for, what was it, $16?
$14.
Was it $14? And it is so much better than the one that I have. So they've upgraded their, and it has 2 tiers. I'm not gonna
Upgraded. It's probably still kind of old.
Right, so I'm not gonna bore you with the details, but it does double, and I am gonna bore you with the details because I'm excited. And it has a tray on the inside. I don't know quite what to do with it. I wonder if you can steam like fish or something in there.
Why would you want to go?
And then I don't know what this means, so I'm gonna do some research. But I am so excited. And we looked up online. They are $60 on Amazon. 60. And I got it for like, what, 14? So excited. So stupid excited. Anyway, my next want is a new one of these bad boys. I want one that's glass, that's pretty. This still works. So until it dies, I can't justify the cost. But maybe I'll get lucky and find one at a thrift store for a fraction of the cost. But we use this on the daily. Run.
Run with it, please.
Sam! Hey, that's not fast. And,
It was fast. She got scared by a paper towel.
but she was in a dire need.
You were holding it like it was a rag, and so I thought Mom had given you a wet rag, and so I was like, why would you throw a wet rag at me?
Because that's what civilized people do.
I am gonna buzz cut you.
Do it. right now.
You're not being very nice.
No, I'm teasing.
Yeah, but if somebody is in like dire need, please hurry. That's not the time to tease.
Alright.
Okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
I just washed these pants yesterday. They have to make it another day.
I literally don't
They have to make it more days. I can't just re-wash them right after I wash them.
Well, sometimes you have to. I'm really sorry. So, Missy, she's been home. What's today? Today is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So she was off school.
Mid-bite.
I know, that was my plan. So you were off school Monday. You
Today.
were off school Tuesday. And we just got the message that you're off school on
Wednesday. I was off school Wednesday and Thursday last week.
Yeah, so she went back on Friday, but then she's had the time off too. Which means time off of play practice, which means crunch time when it's back.
Which means we're performing in March.
And we're running out of practice time.
Yeah.
So it is nice. It was super nice to have my big girls shopping with me today. That was helpful. Sam and Sarah stayed home and played. But it was really good. And we found wonderful, wonderful things. I'm surprised you're not totally sick of us yet.
How do you know?
Your attitude says you're doing okay.
I'm just joking.
Oh, I don't want to cut up that meat. Okay, don't go nuts on the beans. We don't need musical numbers tonight.
That's gross. How can you say something like that?
Well, how can you just say, mind your own business?
She just jumped up here.
You want a haircut too, folks? Huh? You want a haircut too? We do need to trim her toes.
She just jumped up here.
Yeah, she's being needy. When it gets this long, I don't like to cut it because it takes forever.
That hurts. No.
That's a small.
I just snorted, not on purpose.
Look at that. It's a mullet.
Yeah. Okay.
It actually doesn't look that bad.
Yeah. Oh no.
I don't want them more.
There you go. I'm done.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I literally don't even care.
Well, good. Okay, there you go. Take it
No,
back.
I don't care that it's not done. It still needs more cutting.
Does it?
Ah,
How about that? You good?
no.
It's off your ears. There you go. There. It's away from your ears. You look good.
Ow,
Oh yeah, that
you
hurt.
just scratched my ear super hard.
I'm sorry. I am. Put away your eyeballs. What?
Nothing.
No, I'm waiting. I want to hear it.
What?
Are you going to say something about putting away your eyeballs?
No.
I'm waiting for your super awesome remark.
I can't put them away though. Or else I'd have to put them in a jar. That's impossible unless someone pokes them out.
Pokes them out. What about scoop them?
Ooh,
Ew,
that was a sad noise.
What about scooping them out? Huh?
it's eating my hair.
It is eating your hair. I need a new clippers.
That's the noise it made.
I'm going to leave his pad one braid.
No.
Yes, that'd be cool. You should leave it. Where it is? There it is, right there.
Yep, right there.
No.
Wouldn't take very long. Your hair grows dang fast.
It goes like 12 inches a second.
Oh, 12 inches a second. You be Samson. Named you the wrong name. Not Samuel, but Samson. Sarah, your dancing is so beautiful. You gonna show us your best moves?
No.
Oh, Mom.
No? Will you make sure Jax isn't eating my meat on the back deck, please?
Mom, Ethan told me that I have wolf ears.
You have wolf ears?
Yep, because my
What does that
ear-
even mean?
I don't know, but he says, I said, I don't have wolf ears. And he's like, he grabs my hair on my ears. Then what's this?
You're like, that's hair. That's not an ear. That's a kid at church. Well, start howling at him,
Oh!
Russell howls.
right?
He's a wolf.
No, he's Wolverine.
No, right. I sure wish I had a mirror you know, like they have in salons.
Oh,
I can
yeah.
see that being so valuable to be like, I can see what I'm doing, and you know, that would be.
Let's use that mirror. We'll just rip it off the wall,
Oh yeah.
and I'll hold it, and then.
Perfect.
Do you know what mirror I'm talking about? No.
No.
The one in the living room.
Oh, the one in the fireplace that's
Yeah.
built into the fireplace?
Yeah, we just rip off the wood and then.
So right. That would look awesome. I should definitely do that.
Yeah.
He reminds me a little bit of me, right, when I was a kid. My aunt used to give me perms. They called me Little Orphan Annie because I had red hair. Anyway, so, but she would, I don't know how I survived because I drove her insane. I did. I remember her saying, Trish, knock it off!
Which aunt gave you perms?
Lana?
I didn't know she gave you perms.
Yeah, she's a professional stylist.
What? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
she colors and cuts grandma's hair and...
Who?
What? I didn't know that Lana did that. Wow.
Yeah, she's
You
a
learned something
professional.
new.
She's been all her life.
I don't think I've met any of your aunts.
You've
Oh,
met
you've
Lana.
met
A couple of them.
You've met them. They're wonderful ladies.
They are.
Love them. Anyway, how's that?
I was just quoting Missy's musical.
I'm not
These
quite done.
su- okay,
I
yeah.
know, I'm not
Okay,
quite done.
cool.
I have to blend this. I have to do the ears. I have to shave the
You have
neck.
to blend it.
Yep.
Ah! Why does this sound like you're using? Oh. I knew it. I knew something was wrong.
I'm surprised it took you that long to figure it out.
Why does it sound like Mom?
I'm booking haircuts. For anybody interested in the area, let me know. My prices are real good.
$12,000 per snip with a scissor.
$12,000 haircut. Sign it on up.
No, with one pair of with one snip. Like every snip is $1,000.
Ooh, okay. $1,000 a snip. You won't regret it. All right, I think we're done.
Mom didn't do it.
I told him that he needed to help clean up the hair, and he's like, why? I'm like,
Because it's your hair.
right? I'm like,
Well, Mom told me it's not anymore. It's off my head.
right. I said, if you don't want to clean up your hair, you go somewhere and pay somebody. So,
Missy, be quiet.
I can't, Emma was just saying, can you imagine paying for a haircut once a month? No. I, for so many years, have done all the haircuts, you know. So I'm grateful that I know how. I made some bad haircuts in the beginning.
Yeah, you did.
Jonah had some.
You don't even know, Sam.
I don't.
Is this a flame knife?
It's kind of frozen.
Is it really?
A little bit. Oh, that's heavy.
This is it?
So we've got Stewie that leaked everywhere, which is why we are cutting it now instead of in a couple of days when I ignore it for a couple of days. Anyway, so this will do 2 meals for us. We generally like to make a beef stew and a beef stroganoff. And so I just cut it in half and I make the chunks smaller because they're super big. And it's fabulous. So we put it, label it in the freezer. It makes life so much easier. Is that too small?
No, I think that's good.
Looks like you're not. It looks like you're cutting like wood, like not meat, just like mushrooms or something.
And you said it was satisfying to watch it.
And it looks satisfying and it's weird.
I agree. What did we decide, Emma? We need 2 point what pounds?
1.5.
Okay, we're getting there.
Yay!
I don't want to do the chicken, but the beef leaked all over it, so I just kind of have to. I did the math. And this fresh chicken is cheaper than the frozen chicken. So I would someday like to raise my own meat birds, but until then, I know I'm buying gross stuff, but do what you gotta do. Just one for right now is all I need. Thank you. Okay, how about you hold it open
And
be helpful.
Sarah.
Sarah, come on. Seriously, hey,
Ew.
Your ew.
Meat.
Not as ew as you.
Hardy har.
It can be squished down.
Oh, you touched the meat, Sarah.
That meat. You've got the meat touch instead of the cheese touch.
What is the cheese?
Got you. Like,
You don't know what the cheese touch is?
Oh my gosh.
That is true, Mom. That means you're old.
I feel.
You don't know it because you've never read Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, I haven't.
Dang.
In Diary of a Wimpy Kid, there's this piece of cheese that gets left out on the basketball court for years.
Oh, delicious.
So they're not allowed to, if you touch the cheese, you'll
like
get
a
the
dream
cheese
now.
touch. And nobody can touch, like, if you get touched by the cheese touch
Nobody
person,
will want
you
to
can't
be-
touch, like, it gets like,
Okay, so it's cooties.
yes.
Okay.
But the cheese touch. But like people made it up into a game where if you have the cheese touch, you like cheese touch and then you cross your fingers.
Cooties.
And if you don't have your fingers crossed, then you can be given the cheese touch.
yeah, that's cooties.
Mm-hmm. So it's just the Gen Z version of cooties.
Cooties.
And who even came up with that word? Cooties is weird.
Who even came up with cooties? That's just the way to say
That's what Mom just said.
No, came up with the word. I'm thinking of the whole like shebang.
Well, you know, because boys have cooties. So.
Right, it's just up with the whole segregation of boys and girls.
I agree. It's stupid. I agree. Because I like
That's why
boys.
cheese touch is better because it is gender inclusive.
You are so right. That is huge. Like, who would want that in their stew?
Nobody. That's ew,
Sam.
gross.
Sam would.
No, he wouldn't because he would just be like, this is too big.
Right. No. Tell the story of the stew meat.
Oh yeah, the story of the stew meat. We had beef stew the other night, and Mom can't have it. It has tomatoes and stuff in it, so she didn't eat any of it. But she was eating a couple of the pieces of meat out of it, just for fun. She wanted to taste it.
It's delicious.
It was delicious. And then the next day, Missy was like, she had it in her lunch, and Missy was like, dang, there was like no, I think I had one piece of meat in my stew, and I was like, I had the same thing. There was only like 3 pieces of meat in my entire bowl of stew. And we're like, how does that even happen? Like, who ate all this meat? And then I was like, well, Mom was eating pieces of meat just out of the bowl. And she was like, I just ate 4 pieces. And then Sam goes, well, I did the same thing.
So we're like, what?
We're like, you did what now? And he's like, well, Mom was eating out of it. So I thought, you know, it was tasty. And I was like, Sam, first of all, Mom did that because she didn't eat the stew. Second of all, we all want meat in our stew.
So he had a bowl of stew.
He had a bowl of stew and then like,
started chowing the chunks
just-
out of the stew.
yeah. So he's like, what? I like meat.
Which I was super concerned. I was like, well, do I need to up the meat in this
There
stew?
was a ton of meat in that stew.
I know.
And we're all like, no, you don't need to up the meat. We don't
Because I was like,
understand.
I felt like it was enough, you know. And anyway, so that makes a lot of sense that he was chowing it down. I am incorporating a few of the things that for the last like 7 years I have not been allowed to eat on an autoimmune paleo diet. So I'm starting to eat some nightshades just to kind of see how my body reacts. So far, I've done okay with things that are spices. I don't feel super great on potatoes still. So I don't know, but I didn't have any reaction to the stew meat that was cooked in potatoes and
Tomatoes.
and seasonings and stuff. So previously that would have probably knocked me on my bum. So I'm grateful for healing, and we're gonna just be cautious and keep going. My fingers are legit freezing. So
I can tell they're literally red.
yeah, they are well, they're also covered in blood. But
Ew, that's disgusting.
but I didn't have room in the fridge. I guess it's good to know that outside was plenty cold. Need to be super mindful of where our hands are with each
I would
other's
not
knives.
recommend it, but yeah.
Okay, is that too small
Because-
too?
They're a little small.
Yeah, little small. You want it to look more like this.
Missy,
So like
Can I
you
put
put
this in there?
Yeah.
Follow the lever.
You probably couldn't. You probably didn't even need to cut that piece out. Though.
David.
Yeah. So, why did you cook the shark?
Cut this one up a little bit.
Without my permission.
Like this?
I told you I was cooking some food.
Yeah,
A shark.
It was a shark.
Like this?
I'm saving up on that food.
I'm sorry.
It's my life preserver.
Preserver.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. It's my food storage.
Shark.
This is food storage.
Oh, Mom,
What?
How many sharks did you kill?
these two are best
There's a
friends.
wild boar on loose.
You found a wild boar?
Okay.
Awesome. Dang.
Eat real quick. Let's go hunting for that wild boar.
Oh, are you going after
Oh, there it is.
me? You going after
There it is. We gotta sneak up on it.
me? Don't you dare.
Go, go, go.
Shoot.
No, don't shoot me.
It's taken me 4 tries
That's scary.
to create a child
like
willing
cutting
to
a
help
creeper.
me cut
No,
meat.
but I don't like it.
Raw meat.
Oh,
So,
he's coming.
be really
I'm
careful.
coming, Missy.
We're on our last. Don't put any more in the bowl.
I'm gonna
Okay.
fail. I don't
We're
know
on
how
our
to-
last
These are-
chicken, and I am
Still
overjoyed.
gonna
He is
cut.
coming.
You're still gonna cut meat. Okay, you're cutting them way too little.
Sorry,
They have to
anyway.
be chunks.
Sorry.
Okay,
They have to
I
be
can
chunky.
always cut them down later. I cannot add extra chicken later. Okay. This has made such a huge difference
Where
for me
is
in
it?
my meal planning, my meal prepping.
He's around here.
Wouldn't you say, Emma, we've
Oh,
eaten
he's
better
coming.
the last
Yeah.
like 3 months
Where
than we
are
have
you?
in years.
Yeah, it's really good.
So I've just
I
kind of
see.
made some changes to.
Cover fish.
We make a month's worth of meals. We don't create 30 meals though. We create like 15 or 16. And that usually gets us through a whole month because some nights you eat leftovers.
Oh my gosh.
Some nights you make pancakes. Some nights you have hot dogs. Right? So we figure if we plan about 15 full menu meals,
No, not even
that will get us through a
Time
month.
to go
So
get the
I'm
iron-
just
the rest of the
really
iron.
excited.
I'm
It
not
does
even
take a
gonna
little
do
bit
that.
more
I want
work.
more
But
around
you
the
spend your
world.
time
Can
where
I
you
go
spend your
wash my
money.
hands?
Please go wash your hands.
Oh.
And, you know, we spend less money actually on groceries. The upfront cost is hard to swallow, but I'm not buying frozen pizzas or, you know, the convenience foods, you know, when you're too tired to cook because you just have it at home and it's easy and ready to go. So I hope that I can keep this up because I've struggled. I get really good and then I get really bad. So we'll just keep it up the best we can. And continue on and upward. I'm done. Now it will put itself away, won't it?
Yes.